Susan Godwin has been a small-scale farmer for 10 years in Nasarawa State in Nigeria. But it hasn't been easy. The major problem has been acquiring her own land.
We don't own land as a woman, you don't own. And when you hire, you may not get up to a large number of, up to a large land that you want to use.
And Susan isn't alone. Tradition and culture often puts women at a disadvantage in Nigeria's rural communities.
Traditionally, a woman is a person who's coming from a different family for the purpose of marriage, and therefore she can only be given land by her father or husband. She does not have any right based on tradition to go and buy land for herself.
Most small-scale female farmers who don't inherit land from their fathers or husbands end up hiring land from their male counterparts. But this generates another problem. Men often come back to collect the land if the female farmer hasn't been successful.
So when you rent, maybe you rent for 5 years or 3 years. After negotiation, you say, okay, let me go and bring something and apply on the farm so that it can be more fertile for me to farm. After applying, maybe for 1 year you farm, the second year the man may decide to say, leave my farm, take the remaining of your money, I don't want you here again, I want to work on that land.
The recent fall in oil prices has forced the country to diversify its economy and invest more in agriculture. That means empowering women who produce over 60% of Nigeria's food. NGOs like Oxfam want to revise the Land Use Act of 1978. Under the Act, the government holds the land on behalf of the public in trust. It's a practice that doesn't favour women.
At the moment, they're still disadvantaged due to some of those cultural practices, that is still persistent. Because until she's able to buy, then she does not have a land, and some of those stumbling blocks, some of those challenges needs to be addressed, if women are really to own land. So traditional, customary issues as well as policy issues needs to be addressed. So the Land Use Act itself probably needs some kind of revision.
Despite the challenges faced, Susan Godwin is not ready to give up.
So let me continue pushing. Maybe one day, sometimes, things may get to change.
Nigeria has the capacity to become an agricultural powerhouse in Africa. But it first needs reform, revising the Land Use Act to make specific provisions for women, helping Susan and Nigeria's economy to thrive.